Hi there, this is Val with Folk Art Wings, and I'm ready to start decorating the cover of my journal. I've chosen this upholstery fabric. I can see that this is a little narrower than that, but I have something I'm going to use to cover it up, and so I hope it will balance out and it won't show so much. I guess I could cut off a little bit on this side. Yeah, I probably could. That might be the easiest thing. But I found this little placard, and if I put that right there, I think it looks pretty balanced. So I will look through my paints. They're old, so a lot of them that I would choose weren't in any good a shape to use for painting. But I found these two colors, and this one is a honey brown, and this one is called Brick Red, which I thought would be pretty because there are some deeper colors here and there. But right now, I decided to go with the golden brown, and I shook it, and I'm using what's stuck to the top in the cap. And I thought I'd paint the whole thing with this acrylic paint, and then decide what I want to put on this placard, little placard. It's got a nice little shape to it. I didn't bevel the edge. I could with sanding paper because it's thin. You can tell how thin it is. Just a piece of like the slimmest pine, or could be balsa wood. Feels like pine, looks like pine to me, but it might not be. So I could add a little water if I wanted to the paint. It's a little thick, as you can see. But if I do that, it would give me a nice wash of color if I thinned it down just enough. That ratio of, say, 1 to 1. And that way it would work like a stain, but still be an acrylic. Wouldn't seal the wood totally. But when you put a solid coat of acrylic on, you're sealing the wood along with it, because they put a sealer in the paints today, the acrylic paints. So I'm just going to do the edge here. And I could, now that I've got some ink to ink the edges of things, if I wanted to make this even more rustic, I could sand the edges and put a stain over the top. Or I could use my ink and I'm sorry, I can't do two things at once, it seems like. Oh boy, that's bad. But anyways, I think the color is going to work. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, that's kind of good. It's a little off to cover up the hole. Yeah, I am going to have to remove a little bit on that side, and that's okay. It'll probably be better in proportion to the cover. I've got upholstery fabric for the cover behind this rectangle. And then the rectangle, I had cut a hole in it to fit on a box of some food product, but I cannot find the box that I need that hole, and so I decided I'm going to pair it with this upholstery fabric. I think it looks good. I'll let this dry, and I could cover up the gap there. It's just a hint. If I put it exactly over that outlet, you can see it's off just a hint. And I could back this with some trim or cheesecloth. That might be cute. I kind of think I'll do that because this looks very tailored to me. And I'm not sure that that's what I want to go with. I do have some alternatives. So I'm going to wash my brush and I'll be right back. Hi, this is Val with Folk Art Wings. And I've covered a journal made out of two, I think it was cracker boxes. Anyways, 2 cookie boxes, something like that. Cardboard back to back. I picked out the upholstery fabric that I got out of a big box that I bought at an estate sale. And like I said, this is a little bit like grass cloth, but it's fabric. And I put a liner inside of a cotton print, very tiny cotton print. It has a little bit of a red dot on it, even though you can barely see it. And I chose out of the box this piece of upholstery fabric. You can see it's, I did cut it a little bit crooked. And I cut that hole out because I was going to use it on another item that had a window in it. And I changed my mind about that project. So, or forgot had already cut this out, knowing me. But anyways, I do want to decorate this a little bit more. And so I do like that on there. And I went through bunches of lace and trying to figure out, do I want it overhanging? And every time I'd think, well, I could use this on the inside with one of the signatures. So I really have bailed on that idea, and I thought I can come back to it after I've gotten everything assembled on the top, and just run a little piece of ribbon, crocheted lace like this if I want to. Every time I look in the camera, I feel like it's distracting from the overall look. So right now I'm leaving it as is. The fabric has a glued backing, like a lot of old. These are from the 60s, 60s to early 80s, probably. But anyways, it's pretty solid. I don't think it's going to fray. I pretty guaranteed it's not going to. And so I thought I messed around with some wood cutouts. I've got this one that I cut out the rest of that. But the more I looked at this, I thought this would be cute for a winter journal. So that's out of the running. And I found a lot of butterfly things, some leaves, some clocks that I got at the Dollar Tree. I like the words inspire and dream. I thought they were good choices, but I have a lot of butterflies to choose from too. And I also have appliques, and I thought about doing something like this. And just to give it a little more oomph. But then I could layer it with something like that in between. But I didn't think that had enough pizzazz to it either. It was like it was missing something. Every time I added something, it was like it was missing something all the more. So I already had this little swatch of lace cut out. So I put this on here. And it softened the whole look. I thought, looking in the camera, it really looks much prettier because it's softer looking. That weave was a little harsh. And then I had this little cutout, and so I painted it in kind of a caramel color, and I thought that looked kind of cute. Wasn't quite sure about it. I have the butterfly that I could add on. Or I could put it down here. I didn't like that. The color really didn't go with that caramel color. So that was taken out of the running. And I had this little chipboard cut out, and that works. It's okay. But it didn't, really thrill me. And I had the little clock that I could put here. Now, I did like the little clock, and it's on a post. But I don't know, it just didn't, grab me as much as I thought it would. And I tried this clock, and I did like that. I really like that. You can't really, it is a clock, and you'll see all the numbers are carved out. And I do like that. I think it's a really good look. But do I want something else? And I had this little wood butterfly, and that's cute. But I thought it just kind of was too soft to look. I like the clock better. I've got a key here that I could use. And the key's cute, but I thought it was too small for the backer board that this little chip would cut out. So I have a applique butterfly in chocolate. I thought that was cute. And if I wanted to use a word here, I could put the butterfly down here, And I do think that's a cute look. I really do like that. But here's an Inspire out of a different shape. Now, I don't think the shape of that looks as good as the Dream. And let's see, I think that's too springy looking. I thought I'd save that for a spring journal. I like to work in here and there, but I didn't want to put the maple leaf because then it just looks like a fall theme. And I want this to be a journal that can be used around the year round and not discourage someone. And that's too big for that plaque. But I do like it here. If I take the plaque away and put this up here where the hole cutout is, that's kind of cute too, but then this is a lot of plain. I just think that with the plaque, and that way it doesn't sink down in the hole, and I like the clock. It looks kind of like a medallion. I can go back to layering like that if I want, but I think this is more Victorian than what I'm going after with the plaid. I don't think it works. See if I put it above. What happens? That is cute, coming off of the topper, so to speak. Oh, I just brainstormed a moment there. Okay, if I have this as a topper, the whole thing, I could hinge it and have another little booklet on top that's attached to the topper. Do I need that though? I kind of like the way this lays on here, nice and flat. Yeah, if I do that, then this might start fraying, and I'm going to attach it like it is. I like this. And, okay, if you liked this, mention it in your comments down below. I'm going to move forward with this. Fiddled with it enough. So let me put this out of the way. I still might throw in like trim around it. We'll see after I get this all assembled. Okay, so I want to put, oh goodness, my favorite glue is not laying here. Hold on one second and see if, well, I don't know what I did with it. I'll have to use the fabric tack and hope it works. Nope, I'm gonna have to stop. Be back. Okay, I found my glue. It's the Elmer's Extreme. I have not been able to find a replacement for it. It's my favorite glue. It doesn't let me down. It always holds on to things really well. Anyways, I'm going to attach this little clock. Let's see if I've got it in the right direction. I do. Here it comes. Kind of get it on the fatter pieces if possible. I don't know how I know it's laser cut, but goodness gracious, all the numbers came out nicely. Pretty crazy. All right. Let's see if I can get this so the 2 points line up with the other 2 points. And now I've moved it. I need, I really should have a toothpick to clean that up, I guess. Oh well, it'll dry clear. It'll be good. So, I need to, how am I gonna, oh, I forgot I had cut this out too. I thought that, I frayed the edges. Thought that was kind of cute. Put more, a lace showing top and bottom. A little bit more up that high. Flowers in the right direction. I usually don't check that. Oh, is this upside down? No. It's supposed to go this way, I guess. I never can tell with these lace bits and pieces that I find. Sometimes it's really hard to know what's up and what's down. And if you know me, I don't care about things being perfect, but I would like it to look a little symmetrical if it's and in the right direction if possible. Do I need that? I don't know if I need that layer. I did sit and fray it because I thought it would be really cute on there. But then with the lace, yeah, I think I like it better without. Let's try this again and see what happens. If I put this on here, needs to go to the left a little. Put this in the center. That's not bad. What do you think? Oh, I can't make up my mind. This is what takes me so long, is fiddling with stuff. But I want to like it. I'm going to be working on it. I want to like it. I like it both ways. That's the whole problem. Looks like it's off to the lace. Let's try this one more time. That's kind of, I think it kind of distracts. Yeah, I think it kind of distracts. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put that on there. I've got a ton of swatches and stuff that I can use, but okay, so how to attach this lace? I don't want it looking like it was zigzagged around and, you know, fabrics moves, and I think I'll put a little fabric tack on the outer edge. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Turn this upside down. So I put the glue on the right side. And I'm going to put the glue in the places where it's a little thicker. I'd like to put it in the corners, 4 corners, and be done with it. But I think I need it in different locations here to keep it laid down. After I put this on here like this, after the glue dries, I'll evaluate again and see if I need to sew strategic spots or all the way around, if that would work better. But right now I'm choosing to do it like this. Need to hold it where there's no glue. I want it straight as can possibly be. And it looks like it's, press it down as best as I can. And I think it looks pretty straight in the monitor. I'm going to go with that. Okay, and so this side, I'm putting it against several different things. So I think I'll use this glue and the wood glue. Really, there's not much but the lace to attach this to, because I have that cutout and that in the upholstery fabric that's underneath, you know. All right, 12 o'clock's at the top. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That looks cute. Is it straight? I think that looks cute. I'm going to also trim up the edges. I don't like seeing the backside of that tan. So I'm going to have to line this up with all the zigzags, but I can clean this up. Well, fairly closely. Yeah, I can go closer. Okay, I think I'll lay it out like this. It might be easier for me. I'm going to try and follow the zigzags on the lighter upholstery fabric here. it was torn. The cotton lining was torn in the previous video to fit. And I thought that would look cute, but after a while I didn't like the back side. It's not a woven fabric, it's a printed fabric, so the back side was not the same as the front. It's too cost prohibitive for fabric makers to do that, really. Okay, I'm going to do the top. And I may have to come back and tweak it. Who knows? But I think it'll look better with this trimmed up. Especially how tailored the decorating is on the front. But I do like the way it looks. And I can always go, oh, I know what I was going to do. Instead of doing this, I forgot what I was going to do. I had already planned on putting laces or ruffles or something around the edge, and I don't need it if I cut this all off early. That's probably a better idea. Okay, the top and bottom is trimmed up. Now I'm going to trim up I don't want to cut my sewing threads. You know, where I zigzagged the lining to the upholstery fabric. I think what I'll have to do is I have to put some trim covering the side here. I just don't think I need it on the top and the bottom. I'll clean that up in a little bit more, but you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to pick up all that lint and scraps and put it aside. How's that look? Let me look at the monitor. You know, what we work on never looks the same as what is seen in the monitor. Okay, I do have, is that straight? Yeah. This is narrower than down here. So I am going to have to correct that with some trim. You can fix any mistake. That's the nice thing about junk journals. And depending on your style and what you like, you might not want to doctor it up, trim it up. Might not matter. I don't know how that got a little rough looking, but I think I will probably add some trim around the perimeter. Nothing real frou-frou-y like, you know, but something there. All right, and I'm going to do a tie closure. I think it's the most easy and adjustable way to close a journal. And I have, oh, hit my camera, sorry. Get this folded in half. I have, let's see, 2 yards of each color, and I picked these 3. I thought that would look really pretty with this journal. And so it'll be a wraparound tie closure, so I'm going to put that with my other things that I'm collecting to put with this. All right, so right now I'm debating on how I want to go about attaching this piece. Let's see. This seems to be okay. So I don't think I'm going to add any more glue to it. I can see through the holes a little place there, but when I put it on here, it looks pretty good. I think I'll put a little more glue on the lace right there. There we go. Make sure it stays down. And put my top back on. This stuff tends to explode and come out like lava. And I waste so much, and it's expensive. I don't waste it on purpose. It just happens. Okay, I think that's how I'm going to go about it. And at this point, if I did want to add trim, I'd probably do the perimeter instead of the edge of this. Let's check that out. Do I want it on this rectangle or do I want it on the edge? Yeah, the edge. Okay, so that helps solve that. I'm going to flip it over, put some of my fabric tack on it, and glue it down. Hear that? Upholstery fabric's all covered in glue to keep it from stretching. And they did that a lot back in the day with upholstery fabric. I have reupholstered many pieces of furniture, chairs mostly. I haven't tackled a big sofa yet, but I have one that I want to make a slipcover for, and I'm just debating, I don't know, whenever I get caught up on my junk journals, I guess that's when I'll take the time to do that. Anyways, I think this looks pretty. It's nice and straight. Looks straighter in person. Okay, I'm liking it. I think it's pretty. It'll be beautiful when I tie it and I put everything inside. It'll be gorgeous, I think. All right, so that's it. I've decided what I was doing on that. And I could go ahead and put the lace on the edge. I have so many to choose from, too. From my doll making days and clothing and children's clothing line and you name it, I've done it. That's nice, but I don't like it. It's not the right lace. I do think this one is pretty good. Yeah, I like that a lot. But you know, you can put it this way. No, I like it on top. Yeah, I do. All right, so I'm going to attach that down that side. And I'll be back with what next steps I took. I'm still fiddling with it. This is so stupid. Anyways, I'm thinking about that. I could use this on the spine. That's kind of pretty. Different contrast of color. Huh? Yeah, that's kind of pretty. I have so many of these little pieces that would look great on it. Let's see, that's long enough. No, definitely not. Do I want to put it over on this thing? Nope, 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 nope. Do I want to add anything down here? I kind of like the way it is. I just kind of like the look of that lace. Yeah, I can pull that down some. I think it needs it. Okay, I'll do touch-ups off camera so you're not bored out of your mind. Probably are anyways. And I'll put these videos together and we'll see what we've got. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.